districts? This one is a tough one because I think that in order to improve the schools in the district, it goes way beyond just engaging the community. We have to look at the cuts to the school sites themselves, because that's a big part of the problem. They've lost a lot of their funding at the school sites. But we can still engage the community, but we have to do it school by school. One of the things that always bothers me is that everybody wants to put the whole district into one little pot and treat all of the students the same, and they're not. Every school has their own needs. Every school has their own population that they serve, and every school has a different community. So we have to let the school sites make the determination on that. So if we get the funding back to the school sites and then let the school sites engage their community, the parents and the students that they serve, then we can make sure that we got it right. There are some things, you know, that are standard for everyone across the board. Curriculum is one of them, but how it's delivered is different. So we have to look at all of those aspects. We can't just say, oh, we're going to do X, Y, and Z for every school. That's not going to work. We have to look at every school site, every community, look at their specific needs, and then take it from there. We also have to have board members who are going to get out there and talk to the community as well and say, hey, what do you guys think of your school? What do you guys want to see more of at your school? As I talked to some parents from Walnut, they all said that they put their kids in the Walnut district instead of Rowland because Rowland schools in their area did not have the programs that they want. If we had been out talking to those people in that community and found out what they wanted, we could have maybe saved and held on to those students. So engagement from the community will start by getting the funding back at the school sites and then bringing those parents on board to say, okay, now we can make changes and move forward.
Well, since I have been through this process, so I know the best and most effective way is, because I am concerned, when elected, I'm going to go to every district, every school, and talk to the principal, talk to the teachers, and talk to the student, and talk to the parents. Get the first information about their desires, wishes, and dissatisfaction. On the other hand, I will set up my own website. It's already will be ongoing. I will take calls, I will receive emails, or even whatever communication, then is enough, and I will try to answer and reflect your questions. And that's the best way to deal with. Hands-on, go to the schools, talk to the people, and you ask me directly, I will answer questions. If you want to have a face-to-face meeting, we'll have a face-to-face meeting. Now, in addition, I can answer you after the break, that's fine. But I want to respond to the two board members that they are so-called incumbents. They're giving you really the post answers about the oversight committee. I have been on the oversight committee too at Blandford. It turned out to be a window dressing, a rubber stamp. We had no power whatsoever to oversight, other than to acknowledge what has been spent. Nothing. And I even personally talked to the husband, who's Mrs. Ebenken, about the RHCCC response and asked for a set of documents. He happens to be also on the oversight committee. He told me he couldn't do anything other than acknowledge what's been spent. We don't need that kind of a rubber stamp oversight. That's why in my campaign I make it very clear. I want to establish an independent accounting firm representing the community, the parents, the students, to monitor what has been spent. And I also want to establish an independent law firm representing the community. And that's how you can really actually check and balance and see what's going on here. Otherwise, you're getting misinformation. Absolutely forced oversight. It's a rubber stamp. We don't need another rubber stamp here. Thank you.
As a board member, then I think our job is to reach out to every corner of the community. And I've been board for 4 years, only 4 years. And I visit every school, and I attend the meetings with the parents, and I visit the students' groups, and attend their potlucks, and talk to them, and visit their events, and have a conversation with the teachers, with the parents, and the kids. I got information from there, so I get all information, first-hand information from teachers, parents, students, and other members in the community. And a year ago, and I had an occasion to meet with some members in the community, and I found there's no bridge linked to the board and most of the teachers and the parents. So we decided to form an organization, and I was one of the founders to form a now very influential organization in the community. And with that community, and I give you one example. We successfully complete our passion to have AP chemistry start. The parents asked me, Mr. Chen, we don't have AP classes. We are losing students to other districts, and it's it's needed for the AP classes. So I worked very hard with the district, and we got AP chemistry implemented this year. So that's a successful example. We can work with the community and improve our school. Thank you.
I think the best way we can engage our community in improving our schools is to learn by the past. I've talked to retired principals, school board members, and I'm told that at one time there was a district community advisory committee. It was made up of district personnel and leaders. It was made of community members. It was made up of, I believe, teachers. If there weren't teachers on there, they should be. There should also be some principals on that committee. And there should be frank discussions that we can find some common ground for all the schools to start with. That group then would need to break into smaller groups for certain needs that various schools have. We have a community that is ripe to get involved and to help the school district and the school board. We're waiting to be asked. We're waiting to be included. And so are our teachers, and so are our staff on campuses. They are very, very discouraged, some of them. And I think that would go a long way to including them in some of the decision making for the district. We have a wonderful set of schools. We have a good school system, but we want to make it great. And by involving the community, that's what we can do. I want to say that I'm not part of any bureaucracy. I'm a parent, I'm a resident in the community, and I believe in our schools and our children. I believe that adults have the right to be involved because they're taxpayers and we're stakeholders with the school system. So I think that would go a long way. Thank you.
Engage the community is what I have been pondering and trying to get on the right road in how we're going to engage the community. Engage in the community, I change that word, I take that out and I put empower. Empower the community. Empower our teachers and empower our parents. Our parents and our community members, all they want is appreciation and respect and the understanding that every day is an adventure. I have 4 children, 4 different curriculums at a wonderful school site. And it is an adventure every day. One of the suggestions that I'm going to push for is that I was told quite a few years back that our school board used to go and have their board meetings at the school sites. Well, let me give you a little geographical history here. Hurley Elementary, our furthest western school, if we want to empower our community members at Hurley and parents at Hurley, how can we expect them to get the information flowing properly if we have Tuesday night meetings at 7 p.m. right during dinner, during homework, during family time? If we're truly going to engage in the community, then we need to empower the community and embrace them and have them involved in the process. What happens now is the seed of apathy sets in. And we cannot allow that. Our children depend on us. Our students, the future, it depends on us. Our school board needs to be at the school sites talking to parents. We need to be in the houses. We need to be inside the kitchens, sitting at dinner tables, talking to those parents and those communities asking them genuinely, what can we do for you? What is it you want? That is what I will bring to the school board.
Involving the community is actually extremely important when it comes to schools, because schools are the centers of our community. When you think about so many of the disasters that we've had in this nation, one of the first things that happens when the area is rebuilt is that the school comes back. Katrina was a good example of that. So schools are very much a central part of our community. 5 years ago, I was given the opportunity to attend a session on community mapping. And with that experience, it was brought back to the district. And we are now in our 3rd year of implementing what is called community mapping. Now, the effort there is to kind of reverse the role. Generally, we invite people into the schools. And what we're asking in community mapping is that the schools reach out to the community. And there are a lot of members in that community. There are pastors, and there are business people, and there are parents, and there are a number of people outside of the schools. So that's the initiative that we initiated 3 years ago. This is the 3rd year of the implementation. We had begun surveys to parents, and you can't learn everything from surveys. You have to meet them face to face. PTAs give that opportunity. Certainly the PTA should be a very integral part of this communication with the community. And the website, the Rowland website, will now have a new feature on it. And that is that there will be a space on the website where you can click and you can ask any question that you wish, and you will get an answer from someone in the district. So this will be on the website shortly. If it's not there by today, it'll be there within the week, and you will be able to submit any question at any time.
I agree with some of our candidates' point of view. Just want to emphasize some points. As board of director for some of our community groups, whether it's profit or non-profit, I know there are lots of our community groups out there really want to work with our school district. So I think the connection with the community groups is very important. With that good, if we do have a good relationship with our community groups out there, I think we can get a lot of support as well from them, especially when we need some extra help or support, no matter it's of our facility or our teachers' needs or our children's needs. I think that will also, will help a lot. And how can we make those community groups willing to work with us, work with our school district? I think transparency, of course, is the most important part. If they don't know what's going on with our school district, I doubt that they even willing to come out and can work with us. And the other thing is communication. Communication is also very important. So the source to use that, just like some candidates say, through our website. No matter what's going on at the end of this election, I think all of us all have a website. If we all can keep our website going and keep posting our community news, that our community know, I think that helps too. And the other thing, the other source we can have is through the media. I do have very good connections with media friends, which I've been sharing with some good information related to our school district to our media friends. The other resource we can use is newsletter. So for example, with the company that I work or the studio that I work with, we all have newsletter, and I would like to use this kind of, the chance to expose the information out to the community. Just about last week, I have honored, in a board meeting with the YMCA. We talked about our schools, what school needs, what children need, and they even emphasize, thank you, emphasize this part of it. Thank you.